Welcome to you, ladies and gentlemen, for a long period of time. I am just going to connect with you. That today I will talk with you in a very most important topic, which the citizen of this state and the country must have a very basic idea. And this is also a very essential informations through which I am going to share with you that my dear friends, the central government has decided that in the next couple of years, the government is going to conduct the census, and in this census, the government is going to conduct the caste census. So today I will highlight the most important essential questions which are related to this caste census. I will not highlight and go through the different kinds of historical informative idea because all these informations are available plentifully in the Google that you can also handle it. But it is very essential that we should highlight and we should focus upon the ethical ground upon which this caste census is going to helpful for the you can say the inclusive development or for the development of this nation. This is why the essential caste census, how this caste census is going to essential for the inclusive development as well as for the sustainable development so far as your economic condition is concerned. Dear friends, that the government is going to decide, government has already decided that the government is also going to do the caste census. So my question is that whether this caste census is going to help for the proper realization of economic development or inclusive development. Rather, it is going to help to realize the ill will political practices of some political parties. Like the I always prefer to say, just like the Wang who is the sorrow of China, and the Mahanadi which is the sorrow of Odisha, just the Hooghly is the sorrow of West Bengal. Just like this, the political party is also the sorrow for democracy, which I just prefer to say. You may disagree with me. This is the thing of others, but I will say that whether this caste census is going to helpful for the society. Now the young masses, we all are suffering from a must, you can say the must as well as the most devastating crisis in the public employment, because this reservation policy for the lower caste SC and STs and for the other backward classes, these are some of controversial issues. I will not go through about this topic, whether I'm just going to give my stance for the and against the topic. I will not go through and highlight about this topic. My point is that whether this type of caste census is going to help for the readdressing this reservation system. First of all, one thing is that the caste census for the inclusive development is not a good sign for the democracy, just like India we are living. And second thing is that if the caste census is for only to get the information, it is just like an X-ray to give the exact data whether what number of different kinds of castes are in their society, and as per their caste what level of development is being happened to their context. If it is a hope and it is an idea behind this census, to some extent to my point of view it is okay. But if that data and the information, after collecting this data or information and this data and information, if that data is will be used for the further enhancing the reservations in the public employment, this is going to again killing this reservation, killing this, you can say, the public employment system. I will not say that this system will going to completely create some harmfulness to the ongoing reservation system, but to some extent it will also enhance the problems of the unreserved candidate in the you can say the in the public employment, so far as your governmental employment and governmental services is concerned. If this is for the collecting the data information for the entire different kinds of caste which are prevailing in our country, I would suggest that there are different kinds of other institutional organizations, just like National Sample Survey Organization. National Sample Survey organizations can also, collect the data for that matter. But here, these political parties, they are struggling that they want to play the card of appeasement of politics. They want to draw the public opinion from a particular community, those who are marginalized, those who are SC and STs. So far as ahead elections is going to be held in the states like your Kerala, West Bengal, and Tamil Nadu, and so on. And it is a very easy thing to draw the opinion from the particular marginalized sections, that every political parties, they want to draw and they want to get the direct support from the particular community, because this particular community is being driven by these types of appeasement of political announcement. This is appeasement of political announcement, that is, we can say that by this the political party want to ensure these marginalized sections and the community vote bank, that this political party is only for your community, and this political party is doing much more for your reservation in the governmental public employment than other remaining castes in the societies. So this political party is very you can say very possessiveness towards this particular community, and these types of some narratives has been created by this caste census. I don't think that this caste census is going to help for the inclusive development. Further, this inclusive development it doesn't include that the caste reservation, that the reservation in the public employment will enhance the inclusive development. For the inclusive development, the basic amenities of these marginalized section must be fulfilled. The government should make readdress this reservation system. The government should make census upon the ground, that how and how much of how and what contest these marginalized sections being employed or has been employed for this for the time being now, or they what are the major basic amenities measures should be taken to meet their basic requirement. Just like the government should provide drinking water to their in their natives. The government should the government should make endeavors for the proper maintenance of electricity in their community. The government should provide different kinds of educational help, just like scholarship, just like different kinds of free coachings for these marginalized section students. Government should motivate these these marginalized or these you can say the depressed as a sections for their development in economic development. The government should create some focus upon the cottage industry in the particular community areas. But instead of doing so, the government is just playing again the with the career. It's just going to, we can say, just going to play with the career of unreserved candidate. It is very dissimilar to say that the that some unreserved uh, candidates, they are also very poor. They don't have, also they don't have a very, you can say, the particular as well as a must sufficient per capita income to meet the basic neediness of the annual basic needs of their family. But being unreserved, uh, they are not entitled to get such types of reservation policies. To some extent, the 10% reservation policy in unreserved cases is also helpful. And in this context, the non-creamy layer, which is badly needed to readdress the reserves and reservation policy in the SC, STs and OBCs also. There is also OBC, in the OBC there is non-creamy layer. The system is going on, but this non-creamy layer regulation must be implemented in the reservation for this marginalized section, and it will to some extent it will create a proper regulation so far the readdressing the reservation policies concerned. I will suggest that these types of regulation must be carried out very soon by the government, and the government should make some effort that this caste census is not going to enhance this affirmative action, which you are saying that is the reservation policy. This is only to get the data, get the information. This is an x-ray for the, you can say, for the policy formulation, you can say for the better policy formulation for the basic amenities, for the basic development of these communities. And if it is not, then it is again going to kill the entire democratic and equality and equilibrium policies of these nations. So with this, I'm just winding this my views. If my views are not if I'm not saying some biased and some thing which are going to controversial, just comment on me. And with this view, I'm just winding up my views. Thank you so much.